Hi again, everyone. My name is Vincent, and I'm back with another vlog. Actually, today is my monthsary here in Canada. So, it's my first month since I moved from the Philippines to Canada. And today, since it's my first month, I just wanted to share with you my opinions, tips, advices, and experiences in my first month here. And first, challenges. Yeah, I'm from the Philippines, as a person who were from a tropical country, one thing that I really have to adapt is the weather conditions, so the change of weather conditions. So that might be a challenge if you also if you came from a tropical country or a warm country wherein there's no four seasons, like no winter, no autumn. So yeah, that's one of the challenges. Next is yeah, I am in a completely different environment, so somehow culture shock, but that's something that we can work on with, because like in the days that you're like here, you really have to like interact with people, especially when you're going to start with your studies in university. Because for me, like me, I'm an international student. So as an international student, I really have to be interactive because I don't want to be left behind. So yeah, that's one thing. And next is you also have to know the how the public transport is work. I mean, how the public transport works here, because you don't really want to like spend a lot of money on like Uber or Lyft. So the best way to save money is to use the public transport. So it's pretty accessible here. They have sky trains, they have buses. I'm currently living in Vancouver, so yeah, I have there are buses and there are trains that you can choose from. And they also have this like transportation card called compass card, wherein it's reloadable, so you can use it for to buy for a monthly pass, or you can just like opt for a stored value, wherein you'll just use it. If you're not going to use it like most of the time, then opt for a stored value. And for the accomplishments, so in my 1 month of staying here in Canada, it seems like I do have like a few accomplishments with me. First things first is, yeah, I was able to get my SIN, get a mobile plan, open a bank account, get my first ever credit card, and also I also have a part-time job, and currently my part-time job is a junior auditor account I mean junior accountant role. So it's something that I'm quite lucky, because in way back in the Philippines, I've been working in finance and accounting as well. And in the Philippines, I'm also an accountant. And luckily here, my first part-time job is an accountant role. So I'm quite lucky and happy as well that I landed that job. And more accomplishments maybe is I already started my studies. And yeah, I'm not late on submitting my assignments, readings. I'm always on track with my readings. But yeah, as an international student, one thing is for sure, your life will gonna be hectic, especially if you're also working part-time at the same time. So that's one thing that you should always bear in mind, that it's not easy. uh, it is somewhat difficult, but I believe during the process, uh, it can it can be manageable. So it's something that can be managed along the way. So at first, I was a bit surprised actually, and yeah, anxious because like, oh, this is like the Canadian education works. Like in my case, I'm taking up with an MBA program, and it seems like uh, they're like 80%, like 70 to 80%. Like you have to like learn everything from your own, and like the 30% is just the lectures from the instructors. So that's it. So if that's the it's if that kind of learning is something that you don't like, then you must really think about it if you if you wanted to become an international student. But if you want to challenge yourself, then becoming an international student might be a very good option for you. And next is, yeah, working part-time. So actually working part-time is quite great, especially for me, because I'm working as an accountant, so it's an office job. And yeah, I don't really have to use a lot of efforts like manually, but I do use my mental. So I do use my brain and mind most of the time. So it's something that's also exhausting, but at the same time, it's rewarding because this job could help me lead to a good career path in the future here. So that's one thing that you should also consider while looking for a job. Like, even though you're still a student, you're working part time, but still, that work will still be considered a meaningful Canadian work experience. So that can be used in, yeah, look, if you want to look for better opportunities, yeah, you can put your previous job experiences in Canada in your resume. So yeah, that's something that you should also look forward to, because I think if you want to like stay, if you're planning to go, if you're planning to come here in Canada, if you want to stay longer, then I think you should also look for a part-time job if you're also coming here as an international student, or you have a student permit. But if you're a student, you're only allowed to work 20 hours per week. And yeah, that 20 hours per week is during your classes, or like in a term wherein you're a full-time student. So you should also bear that in mind, because yeah, we want to abide the rules, and yeah, we don't want to violate things. And lastly, yeah, I just want to say a happy weekend to everybody. And if you guys want to know more about living here in Canada as an international student, if you have any more questions, please feel free to comment down below or DM me on Instagram, and I will gladly answer your questions or queries. And yeah, just a heads up though that sometimes it might take time for me to answer your questions, because yeah, as I've mentioned, I'm my days are pretty hectic as well. So just bear with me. So have a great weekend ahead, and thanks for tuning in.